We're moving to the next presentation by a known friend, old friend, by Morina about what's new in the PeeringDB.
Thank you. We are a bit late. We are running a bit late, but we will move fairly quickly and keep things light. And if you want to interact with me, please do it. So you can interrupt me, just raise your hand and the ice cream will be ready for you. And yes, I know that there is the lunch after my presentation, but please stay here in case you can skip the presentation of Anthony's right after the lunch, so he will not be offended. Let me introduce myself. I'm the Vice President of PeeringDB. I'm Livio. And I'm here to give you a very brief update of the latest news. PeeringDB is an association. We have this slide, not because I'm going to comment it, but you can download the slides from the website so you can check all these details. We are based in the States. We are a no-profit association. This is the board of directors now. So I had the renewal this year, and these are the other faces. We have a lot of committees, and probably you know some other faces. You can contribute with our committees. So if you have spare time and you want to spend a couple of hours a week with us, we can find a place or we can find a task to cooperate with PeeringDB. And we always need for beta testers, but just some news. The new beta environment, the previous beta environment was not so used because it was updated once a week or once a month. I don't remember exactly what was the cutoff, but so it was quite useless because you were going to work on outdated data. So now it is updated every hour, so it is very well updated, and you can use it, you can spot bugs, and you can report before we go out on production. And it happened also this year that we had to roll back the release after a couple of hours. I don't have the 2025 statistics because it is still December. We need to extract them, but the trend is similar. So we have an increase in the numbers in all the objects we are hosting, we are providing. So the feedback from the community is very good, and we will see the detail about Greece at the end of the presentation. Some news, okay, the multi-factor authentication has been, it became mandatory on the beginning of July, and all went smoothly, so we are happy about that. And we also, technically speaking, moved from VMs to containers, and after that, I think you saw that PeeringDB was a bit slow this summer, but starting from September, October, we finished the container environment, and now it is working really better. We have a lot of how-tos, so we are making a lot of posts on our blogs where you can check, you can send your new colleagues to see what is PeeringDB without explaining all the details about the platform. So they can start from this knowledge, and you can also take a look and see if you spot something that you don't know, and you can extend your knowledge of PeeringDB. We also work to normalize the data, so now if you write Athens, Athene, Athena, and so on, you should receive the same answer. You should. We are always working to implement a better answer. And yes, the search engine has been improved, also with new tools, but I don't go deeper in these details. We implemented also another interesting feature that is, a company put an AS number because it is running a business. At some point, the company goes out of business. Who cares about removing the AS number from PeeringDB? So we got some zombies in PeeringDB, and now it is all automatized from the RIR, and we removed the AS number that are not existing anymore. We introduced the KML and KMZ files last year. I think that when I came 2 years ago, it was not available, but now it is also better than the beginning. At the beginning, you were able to download the whole database in a KMZ, so you were able to import to GIS, to Google Earth, and see where the data centers are. Now you can also download the KMZ of a specific query. So if you're searching for data centers in Athens or in Greece, you can download only the specific file of the search you did. We are pushing a lot on PeeringDB PY, that is a local section of PeeringDB. So with this tool, you got a local server where you can run as many queries you want. You are not going to hit limits because every query you make, you are going to let us receive an invoice, a higher invoice from AWS. So we need to reduce the number of queries, but with this system, it is also faster for you, because if you're hosting locally on the PC, on your laptop, or also on your data center, you keep the database very close to you, the answers are very, very fast. Some example, but we are going to, we're going to finish. The API query link. This is the home page. If you enter in the search, if you do a search, I search for Greece, and you don't know how to create a query, because PeeringDB PY is a local mirror, but not with the web server. It is a local mirror where you have to run the queries. But you could be not so, the knowledge for the queries could be difficult for someone. So we have the way, once you do the research, we have a tool to create the queries, and you are able to copy and paste to PeeringDB PY, but also other tools. For example, you can have look, there are a lot of different Python, JavaScript, Go. You just have to do copy paste and the query is ready. So it is also faster for you to implement your tools. We also introduced this big, let's say it was a request that I heard a lot of times, and I went back to GitHub to see if someone ever asked for that. There was a request from 2014 and said it's time that we release it. And we can do the comparison of the ASN. Let's check. If you go to advanced search, you have this ASN connectivity where you can select two AS numbers. There is this tool that once you write the first digits of the name or the AS number, it will show you the AS, so you can click it. And when you select two ASs, I select GRNOG here, you can see the facilities shared between these two ASs. You can put up to 10 AS numbers, so you can have also a complex matrix. But I understood from this graph that GRNet and Airbeam, my company, have no data center shared, so we cannot connect directly. But if I am looking to connect with GRNet, this is the way to say, okay, but where could I go to connect to GRNet? And this is the way you can use the tool. We also added last month the exchanges view. So here I add also GAR. GAR is the same, it is the Italian GRNet. So with GAR, we have shared internet exchanges in this case. So this system is highlighting where the exchanges are, where we are in the same exchange, so we can exchange on the exchange. So it is a tool to help you to understand in an easier way where to go and peer without doing a manual test of the interconnections. New features are available on our blogs. You can subscribe to our social medias and get the last news. We are also working to optimize our website with big screens, because wide screens from the statistics we are acquiring are used a lot from our users. So we decided to put a bit of effort to develop this interface. If you have ideas, if you want to understand why a function has been developed in this way and not in that other, or you want to suggest a feature, or do you want to suggest to change a feature, you can log into GitHub, register to GitHub, log into GitHub, and say, oh, there is this bug, I want this feature. If the community will say, oh, this is a good idea, so this feature is interesting, it is a matter of thumbs up, and the program committee will take care of it. The program committee will check, oh, is this feature breaking something other? Yes, no. So we can go ahead. What is the cost? Because we are sustained by the sponsor, so we cannot develop big features that requires a lot of hours or days of develop. And so we are trying to balance the tool with the cost and see if it is possible to go ahead with it. We have a lot of resources where you can check our statistics, our how-tos, our discussions, and so on. This is the GRIS from PeeringDB point of view. Since I already have been here in previous years, I have a comparison from year to year. What I see is that the internet exchanges there are 3 more internet exchanges in the last 2 years. So more exchanges, just to tell you how to read this data, so you will be able to read after the presentation. The IXP OP, it has to be read in this way. 8 IXP run by 7 organizations. There are in these IXPs 112 networks, and 66 of these networks are Greek. Then we have Colo and OPS. It means data center. We have 10 data centers and 7 companies that are running these data centers. It is a stable data. In this data center, there are 101 networks. 57 are from Greece. And the total, if we do a match of IXP and the Colo, we have 141 local, AS number, different AS numbers, and 73 networks are from Greece. I see that Greece is increasing the number of networks, is increasing the number of exchanges, and it is good. Also, if we go with this last slide, I try to compare some country, some bordering country, and all the countries are improving the percentage of AS numbers on PeeringDB. But if we check I think it is also related to the population of countries, so the absolute number doesn't count so much, but the trend is positive. So in Albania, Bulgaria, Greeks, Vodia, Macedonia, and Turkey, all is good. Turkey, I don't have the historical data, so I don't know what was the previous one. So you can download all this data and try to think, and if you want to tell me, oh, this happened because of, I'm glad to hear from you the reason. Since we are a no-profit and we don't have income but from the sponsor, so the sponsor are sustaining us, and this is the only way we can run the platform, because the platform is managed and maintained by the community. All the data are filled by you. It is not a work that we are doing from our side, but everyone is interested to fill the data and keep the data updated. So there are reasons. So the network will be allowed to peer with the big companies that without the PeeringDB record will not allow you to peer. For example, Microsoft or Facebook, Meta, there is no Livio that is configuring the BGP session. There is a script that is querying the PeeringDB API, and from the PeeringDB API is creating all the peering session in the internet exchanges. Without a PeeringDB record, these big networks will not peer with you, so you will lose the opportunity to get direct peering at the exchanges and so on. Thank you.
Any questions for Livio?
During the lunch, you can stop me and ask. Now, let's go ahead.
No questions. So we can break for lunch, and 2:20 we should be here back to continue the session.